I'll get back in here. What's up, Dragon House? What's up, Plat 3 Brom? Hey, thanks, Kubagat. Do my research here. Singed is actually pretty annoying, like late game. Played against one earlier.
Let me guide you.
Hey, thanks, Dragon House. What's up, Scanner? I reckon we'll play it. We'd have a 10-point dodge. I tried to play one in the middle of the day today, between other things, and I had to dodge. Well, a lot of stuff changed. You know, the preseason, a lot of things have changed to make him in a little bit of a better spot. Like, he's pretty good against tanks. He's pretty good in, like, when the meta slows down a little bit. The new Conquer is actually pretty good on him. Word on the street. Like, getting the extra 15% full healing is a big deal. Because it used to be, I think it used to only be like 5% or 10% or something. But now it's 15, and it gives bigger AP. And it doesn't have diminishing effects for area of effect spells like most runes have that give like the spell vamp or lifesteal. It says 1/3, like Ravenous Hunter has that. So far Conquer doesn't have that.
This is my path.
Hey, what's up, Mahmoud? Or Mohammed?
The whole world in balance.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
PTA on Rengar seems a little weird instead of Electrocute. I guess maybe that's better for sustained damage if he's trying to like hack through a Mundo late game or something.
Minions have spawned.
I'm not sure who's... I mean, Veigar is obviously going to be pretty good late game. Seems about even. I don't think either team is particularly favored. I'm a little worried about our our sustained damage to get through Mundo late game, because Senna does more like burst damage
Where
But she
am
does
I
have
needed?
good utility. I guess Vagar hopefully will be enough. I mean, they don't have a ton of damage either. The Singe is just really annoying. Like, I played, I think I played 2 games the other day. One we almost won. It was, like, crazy. We almost came back, but, like, they had this Singe. It was really annoying. They got ignited. I've got a flash. I think. I mean, it's possible. I could have gotten away with not flashing there, but it feels a bit greedy. I should have backed up when they hit level 2. Nautilus obviously very good in this Soraka, especially in the early game. Once I get a couple of items, I can heal through most of his stuff, but he's still one of the better champions against Soraka out there. He just has so much CC.
Gracefully. I lend my aid. Every step, a new journey.
Alright, nice. Well, we're shutting down that Singe early. That's good. I don't know who wins between Singe and Yorick. I think Yorick wins early game. Okay.
Never waste a breath.
If they hook her, that's probably okay. They just can't hook me.
I'll heed their call. Be at peace. This is my
I should have probably eat immediately when she got the stun on him, and we maybe could have forced sums. That was my bad. Alright, so you've been playing some Witcher today.
world in battle.
It's pretty interesting. I never played it before, but I saw the Netflix series coming out looked cool, so I was like, hey, I'll play it, even though it's like, you know, not this based on the exact same storyline. Just being in that universe is pretty cool.
What must be done?
About Dragon. It's like, it's so early. It's like, it's ridiculous. That Guardian speed up was nice there.
To heal and protect.
The water dragon's annoying. Oh, he's got... I don't know what he would have. The mana thing?
For peace of mind.
Because they nerfed Presence of Mind. Hey, what's up, Wrecking Ball? Yes, we are Plat 2 for now. If we lose this game, we might get demoted. We got promoted to Plat 2 yesterday. So, I mean, we've been winning about 60% over the last couple weeks. So he's got an Executioner's. Fine. It's going to slow down his damage a lot. Burn out. Okay, maybe. I think I missed him. Oh, he flashed though.
By the power of the stars. This is my path.
Damn. Kind of wanted that assist up top. I don't know. That was greedy. It did give me health. I mean, it's not like it wasted the health, but... What's up, Andy? Thanks, Wrecking Ball. Yo, what's up, Aaron?
The whole world in balance. Where am I needed? To heal.
Nice. Oh, you're in some mountains in Vermont. I always forget Vermont has mountains. No. That's what happens when you take tier. Like, they took Executioners, but we took tier, so both sides just wasted like 800 gold for early game.
An enemy has been slain.
For peace of mind. Gracefully.
How did Vagar not delete him? Oh, cool.
Rampage.
Alright, well, I mean, at least,
Every step.
Yorick's doing really well top lane. We have just a few too many, just like cute little runes. And it's not enough damage with a lot of it. Like, Vagar's going kind of the utility build with Glacial Augment, Hextech. Then we're going Mana Immune with Dark Harvest.
Team has destroyed a turret.
So we're giving up a lot of damage early game. Have more utility, and just the raw damage out of like Lucian and Mundo's E is really strong. Hey, what's up, Leo?
Unstoppable.
I heed their call.
I think Yorick may finally bite the dust here. Yeah.
Turret plating will fall soon.
The whole world will know. Where am I needed?
I think if he would have waited, we could have maybe gotten him. Yeah, still doing pretty well with Soraka. We might play some other stuff too, but yeah, Soraka has been my highest win rate for a while.
To heal and protect.
Yeah, like 40 CS now, 30.
For peace of mind.
An enemy has been slain.
Gracefully.
Nautilus might start roaming around here soon. We gotta be careful with that. Yeah, there he goes. Okay.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Okay, Rengar's maybe got his back.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, nice.
Killing spree. Killing spree.
Too far, man.
Shut down.
And Vagar's just chilling under tower. They literally have... Yeah, I know, dude. I pinged it. Like, if y'all just ran away, we got the tower for free. You didn't have to die there. My ult at least allowed them to trade a little bit, though. Getting the shutdown on the Yorick hurts, though. I think Lucian got it, too, which is not good for business. We did get a tower off of it, though. We did get totally smashed in this lane, and we still converted. Mundo might be able to jump over that wall. We're still able to get the tier 3 item at... Hey, what's up, Chaos? At like 16 minutes. We need... Dang it, Yorick TP top. We really need him down here for this.
I heed their call.
Well, I guess he can put pressure top if they try to stall it out. I don't have ult for this either. I'm gonna get this one. Maybe we get base towers though. way stronger right now.
The whole world in balance. What must be done? Violence cannot go unpunished.
Any books about getting your life together? I mean, there's a lot of books out there. I don't know. Depends on probably what you think your problem is, why your life is not together.
Where
So it might
are they
depend on the
needed?
kind of help you're looking for. Well, I take it on Soraka because that gets the biggest heals.
Enemy is unstoppable.
You really just like you don't have a smite, man. Mundo has smite. Ugh. I don't know. I don't like Thresh right now in general. I think he's
To
on the
heal
weak side for most players. Unless you're like a Thresh one trick. I gotta wait till Veigar cages him. His stats are just too low.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, it gives 20% plus healing and shielding, which is more than the... It does more to Soraka, specifically her kinds of heals, than 50 AP does off of the themes. And you get the cleanse effect, which is really nice. We're never gonna kill him. Well, actually, Veigar chunked him out pretty hard there. You gotta kill him like twice though. Dang it, I wish I could stop that back, but I just can't.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'd say Sona is probably the easiest, most effective support to play.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy is godlike.
Nah, Lucian blows him up.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I heed their call.
We can't show too many people bottom, or they could do Baron. I think
This is my path.
Leona is really dangerous. I wouldn't play an engaged support if you're new to the game. I'd play like Sona or maybe Janna. I think Sona's the best though. He has pretty much almost no skill shots.
The whole
Um,
world in balance.
Very forgiving if you get poked a little bit. I think having a ranged champ that can heal is nice for newer players. Just in case you take some bad trades in lane. Need to play more high elves. I have a lot of high elf playthroughs on the channel. I probably have like 4. It's one of my most played.
To heal and protect.
You cannot give them this Drake. Dude, fuck, they're gonna be there. It's gonna be like 5 people on it. Nice, he stole it. Thank God. We really needed that steal, so that's good. Janna's alright. She's medium difficulty, I guess. I might circle back to high elves eventually, but no current plans for them. Hard to get around that ball. Y'all can kill him. Right? I mean, surely. No. Yorick got out too. Mikhail's is an awesome combo with Redemption too, because it triples the healing on Redemption. Or it gains triple bonus from plus healing and shielding, so it makes your Redemption hit for 60% more healing. I mean, what you're looking for, if you're looking for a champion with a newer player, is minimal skill shots, very forgiving if you take some bad trades or make some mistakes. So someone who's still very relevant from behind, and has good utility. So someone who can be carried pretty easily. Are they all coming over here? They might.
Where am I needed?
That's slow though.
To heal and protect.
Oh, you missed. I don't think that's worth. And we are stuffing their Baron, which is nice. Garen, yeah. That's just support role would be like Sona. Yeah, Garen. Malzahar.
I lend my every step a new journey.
Man, I am poor this game. That was
This is
spooky.
my path.
Nice. Oh, he could have run. I don't know. I don't know about Recon 2.0. I think they're very different. I don't know. I think Yumi's really hard to play correctly for a lot of people. Obviously, Jolty has had a bunch of success on her, but she's all right. I mean, she's not like the worst person to start with. She'd probably be on the short list of alright champs for a new player.
To heal and protect. For peace and gracefully.
Just force someone to go deal with that split pusher. It's gonna take two people probably to deal with him. There we go. I think we just went off that.
Every step.
I think we maybe could have ended there.
I heed their call.
I think we maybe could have ended if we all ran through the one place, but
This is my path. The whole world is unbalanced.
push up. Get those supers in their base. Make sure they can't contest this. Hey, what's up, Bert?
destroyed a turret.
I had this I had this account a long time before I made the channel. The strategy professor doesn't fit. Also, I don't think. Is Janna any good? Yeah, I think Janna's great. I think she's the highest win rate support. I don't currently play her that much. Because I wanted someone who could trade better in lane, but I have a blue Yeti right here. This headset it's terrible. This is just like some junk headset that I got, and I was gonna replace it, I think probably like 3 or 4 months ago. But I just kind of got used to it. Shovel God. Just brain dead pick an assassin and one-shot tanks. Who on our team was one-shotting Mundo? Like, we had 5 people beating on Mundo for like 10 seconds before he finally died. Rengar was definitely not killing the Mundo. I'm pretty sure. Unless there's something I missed. Yeah, I think I saw that, Aaron. I may have responded. Unless this is something different. Sadie, calm your body. I don't know, man. Singe just got beat in the lane. It's like, Mundo, dude, you're 2 and 6, man. I mean, you were like, Mundo was very strong early on, but oh, there are more messages. Okay, hold on, let me see. I don't know. We'll have to keep looking into it. No, people should not be promoted right away by Me6. We might just have to remove Me6. What does Me6 even do, really? Like, I can just manually release whenever I'm releasing videos. I think that was, I don't know who set up Me6. And I don't really know how to interact with it. I don't remember if that was Celaguara or a former mod of interest. don't see it promoting people. When did it promote? So I changed around the the system now. It's the member is the one where you can do stuff, and then other people who come in are just called channel friends. And all you can do is view if you're a channel friend, and then the members should be in green, and they can type or add things, and then the mods are in red. Would I shave my head for $100? Probably not. That's too little. I would look terrible with a shaved head, man. My wife would really not like that. I mean, there is a price, but $100 is not it.
Let me guide you.
There is a Discord channel. Well, we're working on it. Hey, what's up, Zach? Alright, I kicked me 6 for now until Celaguar or someone else can figure out what's up with it. Damn, I didn't do my research on this. It looks like it's probably winnable. I guess I could have just down-rolled me 6. I guess I didn't need to kick it. I could have just made it into a channel member or something. Okay. Did Tarek have smite? Let me see. I mean, yeah. I guess this is supposed to be some kind of funnel strat. I don't know. Cassid and Tarek. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out.
This is my path.
I mean, Tarek is often used in funnel strats, but I haven't seen a funnel strat in the preseason. I'm not sure if it would work or not. Cassidon is not historically a good funnel strat type of champ.
For peace of mind.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So what a funnel strat is you basically just have a second support in the mid lane, and you give a lot of the minions in the mid lane to your jungler.
Never waste a breath.
And so you're basically, it's like having 2 supports on a team. And it was highly discouraged
Minions have spawned.
after like pros were abusing it. I think it was at the start of last season.
Where am I headed?
Because it encourages non-interactive gameplay in lane, where people are just like running around farming for the first 15 minutes and not really fighting in lane, and they don't like that. Riot really doesn't like stuff also in Pro that can't easily be, in theory, emulated in solo queue. So that's why they don't like lane swaps. They don't like funnel strats. They don't like stuff that you can't just walk into a game of solo queue and try out and be like reasonably effective if you have a lot of practice.
Every step, a new journey.
Nah, I don't want it.
Gracefully.
The ranged minions don't give you as much gold as the melee ones. So you always want to get cannon, but with the other ones you really want to get melee minions. They give you a lot more gold. We're gonna have to respect it. Stand back a little bit. We might lose a CS or two. I don't even think we're gonna lose any. Yeah, funneling is still something that is typically, like, for, like, boosters and smurfs. It's still a fairly popular strategy. It's usually, like, Master Yi is involved, so it's, like, or Twitch. So it's, like, Master Yi, Tarek is probably the most common one. Sometimes you'll see, like, Twitch Lulu. Tarek because he has, like, the invulnerability. Like, all you need is just to be able to press R, pretty much, on a Master Yi that has, like, 200 farm.
By the power of the throne.
I don't know what their game is. I haven't really been looking middle lane to see what's up. It looks like they're just going around farming together. I mean, it's obviously some kind of funnel strat. We're crushing them on farm, though. We have 56, and they have 34 as a funnel. So...
First blood.
if she gets close, she might die here. Maybe not. I have to heal.
Never waste a breath.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Headshot. Violence and fear and
Enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
I was waiting for her to throw one more shot, and I was going to bury her to try to hold her.
Bear no surrender.
Oh, I wish he'd hit it.
Where
So I've still got barrier.
An enemy has been slain.
It did look like Misfortune kind of DC'd. Something was going. Either she was typing or DC'd or something. Something weird happened, but... Man, he's level 3. Sentry gonna come down? anytime this year.
Gracefully.
Rampage.
That was weird. Alright. I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
To heal and protect.
I mean, we're murdering them, though. I'm pretty sure. Like, Derek's level 3. Cinder smurfing. Yeah, Cinder's up 61-2. So yes, in the mid lane.
I heed their call.
I mean, we should be able to fight him. Nautilus is very strong early game. Bro. Don't do this by yourself, man. Please. Come here.
For peace of mind.
I mean, that was a fun play. It's a really dangerous play. I barely got there. Barely got there in time to heal him through that. Can we get this dragon, yo? Can we start stacking these up? He's like, nah, man. I mean, he probably does have like 2,000 gold, to be fair. I'm a dragon fiend, though. Especially, like, cloud dragons are so strong on Soraka. The ulti cooldown reduction. I mean, I think Soraka, it's borderline one of the best ults in the game. Very close. Can't do it without Lee. Okay, come here. Shouldn't have any mana, though.
Barriers exist.
Lee is probably a lot of fun to play. I mean, I think Lee is definitely one of the best design champs in League history. I think a lot of people have said he is the best. I think it's like Lee and Thresh are probably pretty close. Because they're very rarely, like, super OP, you know? They're very skill-dependent. They're kind of fun to play with. They're reasonable to play against most of the time. Shit, I could have saved him with the heal. It's not bad.
I heed their call.
Darius is massacring that Tristana top lane too. I think I agree. I think Ivern is very underloved. But he's just been nerfed so hard. Like his stuff just takes too long in the early game to get going. And he abuses like enchanter items, and Riot really doesn't like champions and non-support roles using support items. They tried that out with Ivor, and it was kind of a fail. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well, Darius is gonna get top. Probably. I didn't need to use barrier there. That was kind of a waste, but people just really underestimate just how difficult it is to kill Soraka, like with this build.
Shut down.
Well, Syndra didn't rotate. I guess at least we got Dragon. We got Dragon, and we're gonna get 2 towers for 2 kills, so I guess that's alright. Yeah, Ivern what? Well, he was in like North America, from what I'm remembering. I could be fuzzy on this, but from what I remember, he was like very strong in North America, but a lot of other places didn't use him. Or maybe it was Europe and North America. I don't think Korea ever played him that much though. But yeah, when he first came out, he was pretty bad, and then they gave him a ton of buffs. I think he came out near the end of Season 6. They gave him a lot of buffs, and then at the start of Season 7, he was pretty good. And then they nerfed, I think, like his early clear and how much health it takes. A big problem right now with him is that, like, Nunu just does what he's trying to do better after the Nunu rework. Like, Nunu also is, like, an objective support type of jungler, but he can actually take dragons and stuff like that way faster. And just offers more right now than Ivern does, because Ivern's numbers are just pretty low. Are Zeke's and Knight's Vow really that much better than other tank items? Yes. Because they're cheaper. Like, it's all about money. All about cost efficiency on items. And most of the other big ticket tank items are, you know, like 2,900 gold. Now, I do think that Righteous Glory is pretty good right now, and I think that's something that a lot of people aren't buying enough of. So I think Righteous Glory is good, but outside of that, yeah, it's pretty much Zeke's Knight's Vow.
Enemy has been slain.
To heal and protect.
Yeah, it just costs too much money to get something like a Dead Man's Plate or like a Randuin's. This is one of the major reasons why Enchanters are, you know, really strong in a lot of metas. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I can't trust that Darius is gonna block that. I've died from stuff like that before. I just like Mikhail's. Mikhail's gives a lot of extra plus healing and shielding, and the cleanse is really, really good too. Some Sorakas do rush Redemption.
This is my
Redemption is pretty good too. Yeah, it's mostly the plus 20% healing and shielding is a really big deal. The extra 40 magic resist is actually pretty relevant early against things like Nautilus also. And the cleanse is just so clutch. As well. Yeah, I mean, their only hope is just to kind of goon squad. The extra healing in the laning phase is pretty good too. Like I'm healing almost 3 health a second, which is pretty awesome also.
The whole world.
I mean, redemption is good too. Like, it's not wrong to get redemption a lot of times, but yeah. I mean, Mikhail's actually doesn't work like super well against Nautilus because he has a whole bunch of little small stuns instead of like one big one like an Ash Arrow, and you can't cleanse his knock up because anything that like knocks you into the air can't be reduced. Arden's good on certain champs. I don't like it on Soraka as much. Arden is still good on like Janna and Lulu who buff up your AD carry more. I just think that other items are probably better. A little bit better. Like, one thing people forget about Mikhail's too is it doesn't just cleanse, it gives you a 40% speed increase on the person for 2 seconds too. So it's like a little mini Shurelya's for one. So like right there with Darius, I cleansed off a really small stun, but it gave him the 40% movement speed to run in there and kill him and then run out really quickly. What's up, Real Scott? Yeah, Janna and Lulu buff up the auto attacks of the ADC, so that's why Arden's still really good on them. But like Soraka, I just want maximum like plus healing and shielding a lot of the time. Send the defender to the Shadow Realm. I really ought to start watching more NBA. I just don't, because I used to love to watch NBA for like a decade there, like the Kobe era. I think it's just a lot of my buddies that I used to watch it with. I've kind of moved away, or I just don't hang out with them as much anymore. And no Kobe. And we don't have cable. There's a lot of factors at play here. Like, the only TV we basically watch are, like, kids shows, pretty much. Not that I'm, like, you know, too good for cable. It's like I waste just as much time on random things on the internet, too. But... oh, NFL, okay. Well, that shows you how little I know about keeping up with stuff. Same with NFL. I watch the NFL playoffs sometimes, but... I don't see how everyone hates on Tom Brady. I mean, he wins a lot, but the dude, if you watch like interviews with that guy has to be one of the nicest guys. I don't know. As someone who's just like disinterested and just, you know, watches some occasional like whatever, I don't understand all the hoopla. I mean, it's just because he's good. People just hate people that are good, I think. They keep, you know, winning. Like, his story's great, too. It's, like, such a crazy underdog story. I watched this documentary on him. It's like a little 40-minute thing on YouTube. It's just, like, his story about, like, just going from, like, barely getting to play, or, like, you know, having, like, no chance to be... I think it's difficult to argue the best quarterback of all time. Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't know. But... Check this out on my second screen. Sort it out. People just always looking for stuff to hate on. I mean, it's unusual in America to kiss your kid on the mouth, but, like, it doesn't, I mean, you know, people just do whatever they do. I mean, it's fine. I don't think there's anything that would be pedo necessarily about that. People just like to hate. Everybody did a pretty good job that game. I mean, they had a ridiculous comp. What a waste of time. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for Caitlyn. It's like, bro, you should have dodged that, man. Yeah, we can do a coaching session. Hold on, what? I might have to watch this after... Okay, it's muted. Okay. Maybe it'll be fine. Yeah, it's not going to show up on the stream. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, that was pretty good. Send him to the Shadow Realm. That was pretty funny. Okay, let's we can do that real quick for Dylan. Dylan donated the other day for a couple of coaching sessions, and this is one that he kind of had stocked up. Okay, hopefully, I think this, as far as like copyright stuff. Have problems riding roller coasters? I used to be scared of them when I was younger, a little bit, but I mean they are actually really safe. Like if it's like a mainstream place like a Six Flags or you know like a big time theme park. If it's a little fly-by-night carnival or something, and it's something that's like putting you in a loop, I don't know about that. But if it's like a mainstream thing, like they very heavily watch that stuff. You know, you're many more times likely to die in a car accident or something, I think, than you would be to die in like a roller coaster accident. It's very, very rare this day and age. There are so many fail-safes, and they're just constantly monitoring that stuff. Oh, you're talking about getting sick off of them. Well, I don't know about that. Okay, let's go ahead and do a do this coaching session here real quick. Oh, I can't speed it up or slow it down with a Twitch VOD. I don't think. Can I? How do you Wait, can I do it like with arrows? How far ahead does that... Okay, I can do like 10 seconds. Oh, okay. Let me unmute the VOD. Okay, so we're doing Tristana bottom and you're switching with Fizz? Okay. Gotcha. Okay, let me, so we will do more ranked here in just a second. We're just going to do one quick coaching session here. Okay, and I'll go ahead and VOD this as well. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be doing a coaching session for Dylan. That's Dagon in this game. It's going to be Tristana, so special thanks, as always, to Dylan for donating for a coaching session. If you'd like a coaching session yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. I can do it right on stream for you. Stream starts every night around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually goes till about 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, let's go ahead and get in here. This is patch 923, by the way, as well. So preseason, Dylan's getting back into it here. And this is on a Twitch. This is a Twitch replay. So this is not going to be the in-game client. So I'm not going to be able to tab. I'm not going to be able to look at that stuff. So it's going to be a little bit different. We will be able to see if there's any like text or chat or anything, but we can't tab. Okay. And I can't scroll forward. I can't like fast forward. I have to use the arrow, which just like skips 10 seconds. So we'll see. Okay, so Nocturne starting top. Gold 4. So they're gonna know once you pop out that he started top. Probably. I don't know if they're gonna pay attention to that or not. What's up, Chef? Yeah, and obviously you might hear me talking in the stream as well. This is on stream. But yeah, I forgot to mention, if you're a channel member, either a YouTube member, a Twitch sub, or a PayPal member, then it's just it's just $20 instead of $25. So you basically get a free membership if you want. With that membership, you get discounts on things, and I might try to add some more perks over winter break. It's a great way to support the channel. Rocket jump. So we don't know where the jungler is.
Tick-tock. Boom. Non-existence.
First love.
I'm Yumi, and you're warm. It's just you and me, Book.
Okay, jungler's top, I think. It's always helpful to press tab also if you haven't seen the jungler or you're just kind of curious about it, just so you can see how much CS they have. Because a lot of times it'll tell you what their route is. So like right here, you'd want to press tab and see if they did like 3 camps or 4 camps, because that might tell you where they're going to go next. Okay, yeah, he's top side. Nocturne ganked in 3 and Lee was late, so Lee probably did 4.
Can't wait to try this out.
Okay. So yeah, I took kind of a tough trade there. One camp is 4 CS. Scuttle also counts as 4. And like red buff and blue buff count as 4. So they standardized it to make everything count as 4 in the jungle a long time ago. So that it's easier to count. Alright, you might ping and see if you can get Nocturne to come down here. Okay, yeah, she wasted her thing. Go, 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 go. I don't know, you are giving up a decent chunk of CS, but... It's tough because this Yumi's not really, like, doing anything. You know, ideally she would be sitting up here, like, auto-attacking to get the shield and then jumping onto you and, like, spamming her Qs. Trying to make plays, but she's just kind of hanging out behind you. Yeah, pretty much what Kenji just said. So you're probably just going to have to do the best you can to sort of try to farm it out here. Drop a bomb on that. If Caitlyn gets too close, you know, drop a bomb on her and...
I have the best aim in the spirit realm. Tag. Book, meet new friend.
Yeah, I mean, maybe... I mean, she has saved Tristana a couple of times, but, like... she's just not applying much pressure, like...
An ally has been slain.
Probably count on one hand or less how many times she's autoed the enemy in this laning phase.
One singularity lane coming up.
Oof. How'd that happen? You step on a trap. Oh yeah, the combo.
One singularity lane coming
Yeah,
up.
that's pretty brutal.
Orders are more like guidelines, really.
I dare.
Okay, good. I wish I could tab and see, like, enemy items and things like that. But, yeah, you need to be tabbing more for sure. And checking out, like, enemy items, like, farm differentials. Even if you aren't looking at, like, jungler camps and things like that. Just so you can kind of tell, like, who's doing well. That way, you kind of know, like, who you should play around. Alright, Lee's top.
Killing spree.
Like, it sounds like Trendemir's doing really well, so, you know, if you get an opportunity to play around him. Matters a little bit more as support, probably, but still, as AD carry, it's just nice to figure stuff out so you know, like, you're not caught off guard, so you can make good decisions. Alright, thanks, Aaron.
Killing spree.
Alright, Scott. Good luck at the store, buddy. I might have to go to the store tomorrow. Okay. You maybe could have blown... I don't know. I feel like if you're on that side of him, you could have blown him, like, this way. Like, away from the tower, and then your team could have just jumped on him. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's a little ambitious. Oh, you're level 5. Never mind. Scratch that. You're not going to be doing that. There we go. Gotcha. Yeah, sorry. Just saw everyone else was 6 there, but you're a little behind. Oof. I wouldn't get involved with that.
Switch to boost mobile and get more. Like 4 lines.
Got our quick boost mobile ad here. Oh my god, Twitch, you're killing me. Why do they have 2 back-to-back ads that are unskippable on Twitch? Like, come on, man. I know it's not you, Dylan, but like...
An ally has been slain.
The ads on Twitch are really... Like, YouTube's ads, I would say 90% of them are skippable. And the content creator still gets full value if you skip.
Laser precision.
And they don't even do, like, you don't even get mid-roll ads on YouTube unless the content creator specifically says to do a mid-roll ad at a certain place. Like, I never do mid-roll ads. I rarely do ads on stream. I should be doing more ads on stream when I go get a drink or something, but... Okay, here we go.
Double time.
Yeah, Lee's top. So y'all should be good to go here if you want to... If Nocturne comes into this. Yeah, you can poke. I don't know. I mean, we're not here to critique the Yumi. Like, the important thing is that, like, Tristana had to start playing more passively because the Yumi wasn't putting out as much pressure in the lane. Wow. Okay, so Pantheon was hanging out down there. That's interesting.
Double kill.
I don't know. I never see that on YouTube. I almost never see back-to-back ads. Unless the content creator specifically says to do
I
that.
just need a point in the right direction.
Okay.
Zoom!
What are you getting next? Like, Static Shiv? I think Static Shiv is something that a lot of people should be getting more of. Especially if you're like a push champion like Trist, who's like not that great early. You can push in and then go do something with your pressure if you don't have a lot of great all-in threat. Trist can have really good all-in threat if she gets ahead, but otherwise it can be kind of tough because she has such short range early on. Yeah, I would rotate middle.
Not so far.
I thought you were going to rotate middle. It's like it's about to go down with Nocturne there.
Eyes open.
Watch the brush.
Yeah, be careful. Watch out for that Morg behind. Jump this wall right here. I would have jumped the wall to the left once you saw him. I mean, that works too. But I would have jumped over to the left. Rocky 1 to 5s on Netflix. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I would have jumped off to the left because that was closer to your team. And then you could have, like, repositioned behind the Nocturne and maybe got, you know, more fights in. Or, like, a better fight in, I should say.
Killing spree.
Alright, Fizz going off.
Time to find a new friend.
Oof. Oh, thank God Caitlyn missed that trap. I would run. Caitlyn's just gonna ult you. I'd probably switch with Tren and put Tren bot, and then put you two top, and you guys can go get Rift. So I'd be pinging after Trenemir kills him. Actually, they're probably gonna get Rift after they kill. They should.
An enemy has been slain.
So maybe go middle.
I'm gonna need the extended warranty.
I don't know. I guess just go bottom
An ally has been slain.
since they pushed it up. Maybe. I don't know. They didn't get those kills top. I think since Dragon's down and the major objective is on top side, that you should be going top with Yumi, probably. If they got that kill and they got Rift, then I would have gone bottom, but because they didn't get that kill and Rift is still available, I would have let that push in, give that to Trenemir, and then y'all go pressure top.
We got the
Rift.
zoomies.
Because you always, in theory, you want your two people, your bot lane, on the side of the map where the objective is. Because now if they send their top lane top, then they're probably going to get Rift also. If they send the Caitlyn up there. I'm not always a fan of lane swaps. It kind of depends on what the objective situation is, but I think right here it would be good. Alright, Fizz missed. I don't know if Trenemir has teleport or not. I don't think...
Overwatch.
Yeah, go... Yeah, I'll go get Rift. Morg and Kate are coming up here right now. I'd be very careful walking there. Morg. That's real spooky. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have done that.
Go, 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 go!
This is a very common ward spot. Like, if Morg was in that bush and they had that warded, then they could have killed you and probably pressured mid pretty hard. Yeah, y'all need to be hanging out around mid. Tryndamere needs to go bottom. Okay, Pantheon is stuck. Top lane.
Enemy killing spree.
Time to run.
An ally has been slain.
Ooh.
Shut down.
The future isn't something to play back.
Yeah, you just leave the tower. Just leave the tower. It's gone. It's gone.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Hmm. Yeah, this is rough. I don't know how. I feel like you have enough gold for something, right? Like, I would get Static Shiv and just push. Push and roam, push and roam, push and roam. Try to see if you can get a tempo advantage. Hmm.
Shut down.
I mean, I guess Storm Razor first, alright.
An enemy has been slain.
It does give you that extra bit of burst. I mean, you're just so far behind right now. I would just go like farm central with the Static Shield.
Shut down.
And then maybe get a Storm Razor after that. Because it gives a lot of lightning damage now, early game. It's like 140. Combined with like your bomb and your explosive shot, you would just completely delete. This is a coaching session, Kamoy. We're going to go back and play a ranked here in a second. But Dylan just donated for a coaching session. Y'all need to be focusing. You can bomb that. I don't know if it's on cool. Okay. It's probably on cooldown from the wave. Yeah, y'all need to be. You need to ping a Nocturne down here. Yeah, they're gonna get this Infernal probably because Nocturne's getting golems.
Walking tall.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you could have soloed that dragon. It was way too dangerous. You had no vision. They're obviously going to be there.
Has been slain.
Well, Lee's bottom, so at least they're not getting Baron
An
off of that.
enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Now you're ready to prowl.
Yeah, another reason to consider going Static Shiv early is that Tryndamere is like your best win condition right now. He's really far ahead. So you could do a 1-3-1 where you split one side lane. You split one side lane, and then Tryndamere splits another side lane to put maximum pressure up. Because you're just really not going to do a lot in fights right now because you're so far behind. Yeah, so I would just, like I said, I would just go for max wave clear.
It has been destroyed.
It's also cheaper, so if you're behind, getting that cheaper item. Yeah, you can't contribute as AD carry when you're that far behind. That's what I'm saying. I totally agree with that, what you're saying. So that's why I would just go sit in a side lane. Yeah, pretty much. You're too weak to really do anything in most fights. So I would just go sit wherever Trendemir is. Like Trendemir's top side right now, I would just go bot side and just permanently push. Just get a static shiv, get a bunch of control wards, and just keep pushing. That way you're putting pressure on the map and you're forcing someone to go down there and deal with you. And then you don't fight them, you just run. It's like right there, you're just kind of like running laps around the jungle. Not really doing a lot, and this guy's like gonna freak out if you take his jungle. Trent's probably dead. So yeah, I think you should definitely be bottom splitting. There's no point in going up there because you guys like you're not gonna be able to beat him in a fight right now probably. And you're just like competing with CS, you know, with these other people. Now Fizz could also go to a side lane, but the thing he's gonna be a lot stronger potentially in fighting people than you will be right now. So it's like, if you're behind, if you're just kind of worthless at the moment, just go in a side lane and try to farm. Especially if you're on a champion that can push as well as Triss. And Triss is, like, relatively safe. She's got her rocket jump and her ult to protect her a little bit if people come down for her. So, yeah, that's why I'm saying you got to get control wards. You don't have to push all the way into their base. Just push it past river and then rotate. Okay, that's really good. 1,000 gold. Just push it like right past the tier 1 and then run away. And you can put a control ward in like the tri-bush or something like that. It is tricky, but yeah, you just can't do a lot right now. Now, fortunately, Triss does scale, so if you get a couple more like items, and she's really good with levels too because she gets extra range per level. And then her spells do, like, pretty decent damage. And her Q gives a lot of attack speed. That's why, like, she was played middle a little bit at, like, Worlds. Is because she does do very well with levels.
Ooh, I like the look of this baby.
Maybe. I still would like static here instead. There are some wards, but like nobody's buying control wards on your team. I think Yuumi does have 3 wards on the map, but her wards are really shallow, and it's like no one has control wards. Like you need some control wards too, for sure. Like, yeah, you can't do a lot about if Yumi's not getting control wards or anybody else, but you should. And I know it feels like it sucks, like when you're behind, it feels like a tax, so I gotta buy these extra wards, you know. But it lets you push up and get more gold safely so you can get back into the game. So yeah, what I would be doing is just figure out wherever Trendemir is, go to the opposite side of the map. It's kind of weird, it's kind of counterintuitive because usually as an ADC you want to be like with your team and there's another split pusher, but because you're so weak, I would rather just 1-3-1, and they don't have a very good like assassin on their team. They got Pantheon, but you should be able to get away from him. I don't even remember who their jungler is for now. Yeah, just try to win off of map pressure. Like right now, you're just kind of running around like watching him die. You just focus on pushing lanes. Like your team's not taking good fights most of the time. They're just kind of running around YOLOing. It is a little dangerous to be on the bottom side of the map. Trendemir doesn't have TP either, so you kind of do want him on the objective side of the map because he doesn't have TP. You gotta, yeah, I was about to say you gotta go push because if they see you there, they're gonna Baron anyways. So I think there's been like in this game, I think there's been a lot of inefficiency in your movements, probably because you're not really sure where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to do. But if you go back and watch, like, there's a lot of sort of doubling back where you're just kind of like walking towards somebody and then they die and then you walk away, or like right there you kind of walk in, clear a ward around blue and then walk back up and walk back around. And I know it's because you're, you know, kind of scared about who else might be out there because you don't have the vision, but
Sometimes outnumbered, never outgunned.
you know, if you had a control ward, I think that would help out a little bit. And you do, like, you have pretty good escapes. Like I said, they don't have very good stuff to get on you, you know, open field. Like, you should just be able to W away and just ult them and get away. Yeah, throw a bomb on that and just go. I mean, Triss does take towers really well, too.
I do not fear death, only mediocrity.
Yeah, she's gonna outgun you.
Double kill. An ally has been slain.
It's just
Clean sweep.
Let's see if this makes it through the first explosion. If there's a
now you're ready to
You're picking like super expensive items too when you're behind. Those are like two of the most expensive items out there. Which they're good once you complete them, but like until then, it's tough. Whereas like throwing in a Zeal item
Slain an enemy.
can help you out a lot, sort of bridging that mid game lull that you might have. And I think static. I mean, some people, you know, rapid fire is very good on a lot of champs, but I just think because Triss already takes towers quickly, she pushes quickly with her bomb and her explosive shot, it just doubles down on something that she already does pretty well, which is push. Yeah, I wouldn't jump into the into the dark there. Just think lane pressure. Just pressure, pressure, pressure. If you're behind as Triss, especially. Don't worry about getting kills or any of that stuff. Just, you know, try to get to like 300 CS. Oh, they got an Infernal Soul. That's rough.
worth shooting a lot.
I've got a good feeling about this one, Book.
An enemy has been slain. Your turret, your inhibitor,
My wild and furious.
an ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Let's get this party started.
Alright, Baron's gonna be up. Let's just try to push this out, I guess.
Love keeping my friends alive.
Fizz is down for 30. Y'all might have to give Baron here.
We got the zoomies. Now you're ready to prowl.
Up and over.
I have the best aim in the spirit realm. We got the zoomies.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Shut down.
Okay, nice. Fight. Auto attack him. I think you can beat him. Fight. Oh, I would have fought that. I don't know. I mean, you have supers crashing in on your base.
Now you're ready to prowl. Time to find a new friend.
Yeah, the Caitlyn, if she crits you with a headshot, can come pretty close to one-shotting you once she gets two big 80 items.
This is a paid advertisement for Mattel.
Yeah, they want to keep people. You got to play a game in between dodges. The 30-minute dodge does suck. I wish it was just 5 minutes. I like the 3-point, 10-point. It's pretty fair. Because they don't want everybody dodging, because if everybody dodges, it'll make queue times, like, way longer. They tried that one season. I don't remember if that was season, like, 5 or something. It used to be, like, every dodge was, like, 5 points or something.
We got the zoomies.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, y'all are just getting out macroed here. No, it should not count as a loss.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
There'd be no point in dodging if it counted as a loss then, other than to save time, I guess. I think there should be a system where you can strategically lose,
Game in the spirit realm.
you know, less elo. Because that's how you have control over things. You know, if your team just picks a whole bunch of troll stuff, or people are like arguing in lobby and they're just like, I'm going to throw this game, like, you know, no matter what. You know, that's how you dodge. That's a fail-safe to keep it fair, just in case matchmaking screws up. That's what I think about it. I mean, because queue times aren't that long right now, so there's like not really that long of a penalty, except for like maybe challengers or something, but anyway, so I think the biggest thing there was just not going to side lanes faster. You just had a bunch of inefficient movements because you were so far behind. It was difficult to do anything. So I would have just rushed static shiv and just wherever Trenimir was, go to the opposite side of the map, push up past the river, you know, get more control wards, put it in their jungle. Then you're at least like, you're creating map pressure, you're giving vision. That would still be something productive that was good. And if they don't come over and stop you, you know, you can pressure towers or like take the enemy's jungle, grab some scuttle crabs. You know, just try to run around and just farm as much as you can, and I think that would help out a lot. Dodging is very important for climbing. I mean, but the only way, like, they would need a more fair matchmaking system if they were going to get rid of dodging at all. So they would have to have it to where nobody gets auto-filled, and they're not going to do that. So this is the next best thing that they can do. But anyways, okay. That's going to be it. Thank you very much. You know, that was a tough one start to finish. Y'all were just getting blasted. But yeah, I think that was definitely a game where, you know, map pressure could have potentially given you more opportunities. It was still going to be hard to win, but, you know, I think that would have given you a better chance. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. The stream's going to continue, but that's it for the coaching video. Anyone else out there like a coaching video? It's just $25 for non-members, $20 if you're a member. Just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. We can set that up, and that's going to be it. Have a great day. Okay, so stream's going to continue. I mean, maybe. You'd be surprised if people ping a lot, like... Yeah, sometimes people won't listen, but oftentimes they will. If you ping a lot. You don't type anything, just ping it a lot. Sometimes people won't do it, but if you don't ask, then the answer is always no. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just going to refill my drink, and we'll be right back. I'll put us in queue. I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. Sadie, Jesus. I might not be back in time, but I'll put us in queue. I don't know. Only 32. Some scooter kid called me a boomer. Did you smack him right off that scooter? Saying, how do you get pluralism? Asking how do you get that color? The green is for people that are channel members, so they donate to support the channel. They via YouTube sort of join button, and then the blue is a moderator. A boomer in 2019? Wasn't that invented like just a month ago or something, that term? I thought that was like a fairly new term. 2000s kids? Aren't they calling them like Gen Z or something? I don't remember the cutoff for millennials. Yeah, I think millennials are like 90s through maybe like 2005 or something, like the 2005 and up crowd I would call like Gen Z probably. Ooh, I do not like Nidalee Jungle.
Let me guide you.
Soraka's, or Nocturne's kind of spooky as well. Okay, someone dodged, thank God, get me out of there. Nidalee might be like the champion I want to see least. That's not like an outright troll pick. I know, people call some people in the 80s millennials. I just don't think that makes sense. Like, to me, a millennial is someone that doesn't really remember a time when there wasn't the internet. Like, that's a millennial for me. I think that's the major cutoff. And the kids that can't remember a time when there wasn't, like, an iPhone, that's what I would call, like, Gen Zers. Like, Gen Z, you know, is around, like, you know, they were born into social media, or like pretty like iPhone social media type of stuff, and then the millennials, you know, remember the internet or whatever. I haven't heard of that. I know all of these like designations are kind of goofy. Because a generation, historically, I think, is usually considered 30 years. Zoomers and boomers. Zoomers or Gen Z. I think that's a thing. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I thought that was, after 1997. 1981 to 1996. I just feel like the 80s, like being born in the 80s is very different than being born in the 90s to me. Like the technology jump was just astronomical in the 90s. With like the advent, like there were really not like, definitely was no internet in the 80s, and really there weren't cell phones. And I think those are two technologies that are just like massive, you know, that came about in the 90s. Yeah, I remember that. The floppy disk. Everyone rushing for that Oregon Trail. We got to go and, like, we had, like, a computer lab or something once every, it was probably once a week in elementary school. Like, it's really hard, like, perception of time when you look back in your memories, especially into, like, childhood, is really kind of off. Like, your brain does not do a very good job understanding time. Certainly mine doesn't. I'm terrible with time. Yeah, I think Zennials or something like that would be like what I would call people in the 80s. Because, like, you know, the 80s, you know, that was significantly different from like the 60s and 70s too. Like there was a lot more civil unrest. You had the Cold War was still kind of at its height, Vietnam, civil rights movement, all that kind of stuff. So I think the 80s are not the same thing as Gen X, but I'm from Tennessee. I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter that much.
Bald is a poor alternative.
Yeah, I can't remember that glitch, but yeah, Oregon Trail, I mean, everybody wanted Oregon Trail. That was, like, the game. That was one of the only, like, story, like, RPG type of games you could play. It's like Oregon Trail or, like, Number Crunchers. Number Crunchers was pretty cool, too. I don't really duo because I don't win significantly more when I duo. It can kind of be weird too if it's like doesn't work out with somebody on stream.
Let me guide.
To duo with people. Like the only people that I would usually duo with are just kind of longtime viewers of the channel or people that have been diamond before. It's really not a huge point in dueling with someone that is like basically the same elo bracket as you. I mean, you do like have a little bit more communication, I guess, but like it makes the enemy teams a bit tougher too. I don't know, maybe at some point, but I've been running pretty hot going solo, and it's like every time I've been running hot going solo and then I duo, I just go cold in my tracks. I remember we almost got to diamond in season 7 or 8. One of those seasons. We were like in promos of diamond, and then I started duoing with Kleenex, who's a good friend of the channel. He's a great player, but then just out of nowhere, we just got unlucky, and I just like lost all my momentum. I really don't like Vayne, but Vayne is good into Ezreal, in theory. Braum is a free lane. Huh. You just get like Cled's pretty good too. Let's get like a good Cassiopeia or something. I don't know if Cass is that great into Yasuo though. Hey, thanks, Gustavo. So yeah, it's definitely nothing personal. I don't know. I mean, maybe at some point I will. It's just because I've been doing fairly well the last week and a half or so. I'm just trying to... The buffs don't look that significant to me on Braum. What they're floating on the PBE, but maybe they'll change it around. I really haven't seen that many people trolling. That last game that we played, the enemy team seemed like they might have been trolling a little bit, but... He's historically been good professionally, but this year, really, he hasn't been that great. I think maybe at the very beginning of the year he was okay, Braum and Tom, but they've both just been nerfed so much. But they had been, like, the go-to supports, like, Season 8. I think I saw somewhere that Braum was, like, the most picked support of all time in Pro. I think Braum was still pretty good in Season 7 and maybe 6. There was kind of the Ardent Sensor meta in Season 6. Yeah, Braum, he just doesn't... Like, his CC, a lot of times, is just a lot more conditional. Like, he can still be alright, but... Yeah, it's just not as much CC as a lot of the other champs, like Nautilus. Yeah.
The whole world.
Is Conquer good on Vayne? Not really. But there's not a lot of stuff that's great on Vayne. I think a lot of people do press the attack. I think the Ardent Sensor meta is back. Is what I've been sort of saying. Conquer is probably good. I mean...
30 seconds until minions spawn.
This is my path.
A summoner has reconnected. Minions have spawned.
It's, I mean, Vayne does have to get a lot of autos down.
Every step, a new journey.
But yeah, it seems bad. Yeah, because it's, yeah, you have to get to 10 stacks, and she doesn't have any spells that can stack it, so... Yeah, I think it's bad. I think it's probably bad. You're probably better off even going lethal tempo.
Gracefully.
Run! What are you... What the hell? Why would you turn around and auto attack and press your taunt button when they're all chasing you? Like, you have a 0% chance of killing anybody there. I got her out by queuing everybody. I hit like 4 people with the Q. Oh man, that's a sad day. It's like, bro, you were already out and you should not have gotten out.
I heed their call.
Yeah, I'd almost rather see a Callista than a Vayne, honestly, in a lot of my games, as crazy as that sounds. Vayne's just really bad right now. But, like, I mean, if she gets a couple of items, like, late game, she can still do some stuff. But then again, I'm pretty used to my ADC, like, not doing a lot. If they do something, it's like a bonus. Whoa. Go ahead and hit that, just because we're going to lose it.
Ally has been slain.
it. If I would have body blocked the Q, I think we could have turned around and killed him. That was my bad. I was trying to, but I just couldn't get in position fast enough.
For peace of mind.
He's probably dead. I can't really do a lot here.
An
Yeah.
ally has been
I mean, they had priority. I couldn't
This is my
help him. One more. Oh, the canceled auto. She didn't have a tumble back. I think she stutter stepped. Oh crap! I missed that. Is he back? Oh, nice. Okay, well, he's gonna miss some CS then, at least. What level is... Oh, Rengar's only level 3. That's rough.
by the power of this I lend my aid. I heed their call.
Rengar's getting busted up.
ally has been slain.
There am I needed.
This is gonna be a tough one.
Bane of serenity.
I think she can go in and kill this Braum, potentially.
To heal and never waste a breath.
They're gonna get it. I'm pretty sure Braum's over there doing it right now, but
The whole world is in balance.
Vayne should just go on him. I mean, there's a possibility that they're like sitting in the bush and they're gonna pop out of the bush, but I think they're doing dragon. We just don't have any. We have no wave clear, so we can't pin him. Oh god, if she pinned him right there with her E, I think we could have killed him. Okay. Damn, I should have just flashed it. Everybody. Yep.
Every step, a new journey.
Vagar, you don't need to ward, man. We know where he is. Like, just push the lane, dude. Vagar's like, instead of pushing, he goes up and wards topside river. It's like, dude, literally all 4 people are bottom right now. Like, I guess maybe he was afraid of Singed. I don't. Was Yasuo doing? I don't know. Thinking he was gonna blow up the squishy little Soraka.
Violence cannot go unanswered.
They're out macroing us pretty hard right now, but we're hanging in there. I was really hoping Kled would be pressuring the Singe more top.
I heed their call.
Guess we'll go for the CDR here just because we have our ult.
Where am I needed?
An enemy has been slain.
To heal and protect.
Dude, we don't have priority, bro.
An ally has been slain.
Like, really? We're getting close to Diamond. People don't understand you can't invade if you don't have priority in the lane. Then Vayne's like tumbling forward trying to fight him. It's like, we know the jungler's there. He literally just killed our jungler.
An ally has been slain.
I think Rengar, I mean, he didn't have his ult. But they were low. Like, they were taking a lot of damage off of that dragon. Yeah. Go, Vayne, go. Go, Vayne, go. He's low.
Every step.
An ally has been slain.
Trade back. Dang it. I'm trying to save the Veigar middle.
An enemy has been slain.
All right. Vayne is coming online.
I heed
She has picked up a couple of these cleanup kills, and we gotta be careful. He's right in that bush, man. He also is. Oh, never mind. Oh, he TP'd? Wait. How did he leave so quickly?
Killing spree.
I feel like that shouldn't be happening top lane, right? I mean, Kled is supposed to smash Singe early.
Where am I needed? To heal and
Turret plating
Here comes Yasuo!
Of mine.
He didn't even have his ult, I assume, because he didn't ult me. Once he knocked me up, I thought he was gonna ult me. Dude, Soraka tilts the crap out of people so hard, man. With that ult. Singed is really annoying to deal with.
This is my path.
Yeah. Soraka is pretty fun to play. We need someone else to do something though. Like this Vayne is like coming online despite sort of that tomfoolery early on. Vayne is very fed, it's just the Veigar is getting smashed and Pled's getting destroyed also.
Every step.
Rengar's like, alright.
Gracefully.
Damn it, he also must have flashed and picked that up. Nice, there we go. I think healing on Kled is not as effective. There's like some weird interaction with healing on him. Like you can't heal him past the mount or something like that. Kled's a weird champ. I think Jarvan's... Alright, bro. Well, he got me. Damn, I think my ult just came up. Yeah, Soraka with Cloud Drake's really good. She's good with all the new Drakes. I mean, he was gonna die anyways. That was the correct play. I didn't think he still had it after. I thought he used it off screen earlier, but I guess it was on cooldown. They're tilted really hard, I think. Vayne is like out of control right now. I didn't get the assist. I thought he might crit her and kill her right there. Yeah, sorry, Rob. Yeah, I've been sick for like a month. I was getting a lot better. I think it still aggravates it when I'm talking a lot, like streaming. Because during the day, I really wasn't coughing that
A
much.
piece of mine.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call it, like bronchitis. Seems to be the closest self-diagnosis. My doctor friends, my medical friends are just like, you just gotta, you know, just let it run through. It's a virus, most likely. And it doesn't do any good to take antibiotics for a virus. So you just gotta kind of...
Double kill.
Who cares about Singe, man? Just kill the stuff. Rocco running down. Heal him up if he wants to go jungle a little bit or something.
I heed their call.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people, you know, that have been getting sick. Oh, they're done after that. Yeah, I do need to do some cough drops, honey. I mean, my throat really hasn't been that sore, honestly. It's like, it's in my... it's in my lungs. It's all that cotton candy vape, dude. I was out at, like, Kappa Sig the other night, man. Hanging out with the bros. Then we went over to Tri-Delt. And I just got, like... I just had way too many White Claws and cotton candy vapes, man. Man, my uncle's a, he's like a pretty high up, not super high up, but pretty good, executive, at a liquor company. He says White Claws are just, like, out of control. Okay, thanks, Dylan. I appreciate you coming out. Yeah, they are banning vaping in a lot of places. That's been the most popular topic that students have researched and, like, written about in my class. I've had, like, 5 people do that in my 2 classes. Usually something like social media, something revolving around social media is the most popular type of topic, but that one is, that one's been very popular. I no longer vape. Nice. Good job, Dylan. I think that, like, is a good use of it, because I do think, in theory, if you're just getting normal vapes and it's not, you know, they don't know what's causing the popcorn lung stuff, but if you're doing that to help you as a stepping stone to, like, eventually stop smoking, I think that's good. But yeah, ultimately, you know, it's getting a lot of people to start smoking that otherwise would not have smoked, so it's bad. I think they're banning the flavored vapes. I mean, that definitely should not be a thing, because that's really going to be targeted towards kids, I think. I don't know. I haven't done enough research, and a lot of the students in my class didn't do a ton of like really great in-depth research about the chemicals and like the differences between them and you know, that type of stuff.
Let me guide you.
I mean, that's true too, Dylan. I don't know, like it is tough. You know, I have a daughter, but she's obviously not old enough to start, like, making those kind of decisions, but stuff that is, like, directly marketed towards kids is very powerful. I mean, even as a parent, like, you can tell your kids, you know, like, don't do this, and, you know, there can be quite a lot of, you know, influence you can have on your kids, obviously, but, you know, it's just really tough when it's everywhere around school, and just all across all socioeconomic demographics, because a lot of who you're, you know, a big influence on kids obviously are their friends. You know, that's a huge thing. Friends, romantic interests, that kind of stuff has just as much, if not more of an effect than parenting does. Classical parenting, because you can sit there and tell them all day, you know, how bad it is for you, and you can enforce all these punishments on them, or you can have all these creative ways to like try to, you know, influence them. So I mean, parenting matters a lot, but like bad stuff that's directly marketed towards kids is rough. Vape or the internet. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, it's really difficult from what I understand to to detect vape and vaping. Like with smoking, you could smell it on kids a lot. Like, I had a friend who used to like, who smoked, who had this you know, white glove or whatever that he would have that was like his smoking glove, and he would only smoke it with that glove outside of like the house and, you know, away from anything else, and he would blow the smoke like directly away from him, like outdoors. Like, he was very meticulous about not getting caught smoking, and he never did, because his dad was like, his dad would have probably beat the hell out of him if he caught him smoking. Can you smell vape? I don't know. Honestly, I'm pretty ignorant about like the vape culture. No one that I know like vapes. As far like no one that I like hang out with in like a a real friendship type of thing. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, a lot of my friends kind of got in, you know, I had a very diverse like sets of friends. They were like different crews. And one of them was kind of the little, you know, rough around the edges type of crew. But for some reason, I just never really got caught up in that type of stuff. I did have it like a more, what you'd call it, professionalized, pre-professional group of friends too that were a little more whatever. Although one of them, who was very successful and who was just a very cool, like, great guy, you know, he would go out and go drinking and stuff. But it wasn't like in high school but it wasn't really that bad. I did take him home to my house, and I let him sleep on my couch though. He like threw up on the couch a little bit, and then I gave him this like wicker basket to throw up in, and it, you know, of course it just like goes right through the basket. So that was, you know, that was my fault. And then my grandma came home. She's like, "What happened to the couch?" I was like, "Oh, Sam." That's not his name. He's like, "Oh, Sam just got sick or something." Not professionals. I'm just talking like not professional smokers, but people who are like, I don't know, straight-laced-ish is the word I'm looking for, I guess. People that are like doctors and engineers now. The mischievous friend. I was like the class clown kind of friend. I don't know. I was weird. I would be closer to like the class clown slash poet kind of friend in high school. I was the weird, interesting one. I would think. I was the weird one. But I never really did that much stuff that was like, that would have been like that bad. Body block that Q for her. I never really drank or smoked though in high school, and I mean the worst kind of stuff I would have done was, you know, like might have been seen like as sinful, would have been like sexual stuff, but that, you know, I don't think that was much worse than most people.
Violence cannot go unpunished.
I was a pretty good kid overall. You know, we'd get into some trouble, but it was mostly just like shenanigans, just like goofing around type of stuff. It wasn't like real serious stuff. Yeah, I think pretty much every support should be going around the field. There's just really not any benefits to go into the other one most of the time.
An enemy has been slain.
The whole world
They're hitting me back. Yeah, that's exactly right. Is there's like, it's just easier to trigger it, and there's no real benefit to getting, oh damn it, I should have saved that for the cannon. I wasn't paying attention.
This is my
There's not a huge benefit to getting the spell feats. It just takes longer to stack. I think that flat health is also better than AP early on.
gracefully.
I don't know. Kids got to get in a little trouble too. I don't know. That's what I think. Like if my daughter gets in a little trouble every now and then with something, I mean that's just part of being a, you know, a teenager. It's an interesting time, kind of a unique time in a lot of people's lives, where you can kind of get into a little trouble, explore, like have some adventures, and really not pay like too much in terms of consequences.
A peace of mind.
God, these guys are relentless. Got him. Rise is still. Oh God! What the? The TP. Yep. Oh my God! The TP of Destiny. Holy shit!
Has been slain.
Wow. Why was that even warded this early in the game? Okay, I was. Well. Alright, I did not account for that.
Has been slain.
Jesus. I know, the Shaco box almost got me.
This is my path.
An enemy has been
Wow.
slain.
Okay. I thought Cinch was gonna die there. I know wards are great, but like... like, they had their own... Well, I guess that's not that unusual of a ward spot. But like, the support hadn't even been up there, I don't think. It was like the ADC warded right there. Like, who wards that? Or like the mid laner warded it, I mean.
I lend my aid.
Ow, okay. I didn't think she was gonna get him. And Miss Fortune's on fire. I need to finish that. I need to do that Miss Fortune guy, not the preseasons here. I think it was Nagarake donated for that. I need to do Miss Fortune and Pike.
New journey.
I think are the two that are still. Damn it! I did it again. Ah! I gotta stop. I gotta start paying attention.
I heed.
We're in a post-learning society. I think that's actually, like, you're saying that kind of joking, but I think that might actually be kind of true. Yeah, thanks for being patient with me on that. Oh, God. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sell one of those.
For peace of mind.
An enemy has been slain.
I might get the assist down here, too. I got one topside. Oh, God! Yes! Give me those 3 assists. Oh, yes! I need a Soraka voice like that. Darth Soraka or something, I don't know. Watch out for the EV ult. Or the Senna ult. Did MF get buffed? Not really. People just started building her with crit. I think it's kind of a newer technology.
The whole world is in battle.
What? Give me them procs. Shaco might come rolling up. off these procs though.
Serenity.
Dawnbringer Sirocco blues.
Gracefully.
Your team has destroyed. Killing
Everything is a joke for me. A nihilist. Every time I hear that, like, nihilism, for some reason I just always think Big Lebowski. We believe in nothing, Lebowski. Nothing. I don't know why, dude. I love that movie. I probably watched it like 100 times when I was a teenager. Maybe not that much, but almost literally every time I'd go over to my friend's house, we'd watch Big Lebowski.
A new journey.
Another thing that's really helped Misfortune is like early game matters so much and team fighting is so important right now around those dragons. That's also helped her out a lot. And ADC still are not like in an amazing place. They're better than they were. Just having someone who had that much power early. And that's why Jin's also so strong right now, I think. Just great power early on. I believe in nothing. Okay, Boomer. I think if it's people that believe in nothing, that's probably like Gen Xers, maybe. Actually, they believed in quite a few things. I think they were pretty politically active, so maybe that's not true. Maybe it's the millennials. I don't know.
The whole world in motion.
I mean, we need this tower, but... Just fight him at Rift. There's no reason to fight them under their tower. They'll come fight us at Rift. Probably, or they'll give it to us. Wait, we should have gotten this earlier so we could get 2 of them. Need more weeb friends. Fighting games are pretty popular at my school. They have like this like esports club, but they don't really do League. I'm like, what? Who are you? What kind of esports club doesn't do League? But they do a lot of like fighting games, I think. They like freaking, what's the car game that you drive around with? I don't know what it's called. That's like kind of got a little bit of a competitive scene. It's not racing. I don't remember what it is though.
Where am I needed?
I think Nice has been. No, it's like I don't remember what it is. You're like in an arena or something with the cards, and you're like driving around. I don't know. I definitely sound like a boomer. All these damn car games are driving around in the arena and trying to score something. Rocket League, yeah, that's it. Isn't that with cars or something? I don't know, man. Look. Rocket League.
This is my path.
It's the car game. I think I saw my my friend's girlfriend is his wife now, but like back in the probably like 5 years ago, she was like playing some Rocket League on the TV. They were really cool. There was a cool group of friends in Ohio, but I probably should have tried to hang out with them a lot more. For a while there, I was going over almost every week and playing League with them all. They were really fun. Alas, my wife hated Ohio though, so it wasn't necessarily the place, it's just we didn't have a lot of like connections there. Or are we gonna... What are we doing? Let me buy. Let's not just ARAM this. Oh, whoa, not that.
I heed their call.
Not quite enough. Maybe I should have stayed long enough to get a redemption. Yeah, I think Nice has been doing like tank, Kassadin top, but I don't know how legit that is. I haven't really been following Nice like that much. Nice is a cool guy. I like him. He is honest. He's a no alls capper, and he's a veteran. So I like that.
To heal and protect.
Unstoppable.
Where am I needed?
When people say ARAM it... Oh, I could have silenced him, damn. That just means just like group everybody up.
An enemy has been slain.
Group everybody up and just try to like force a lane. Which is pretty bad macro most of the time unless you're really far ahead. I mean, we are very, very far ahead, but still like... it's typically a bad idea.
Never raise a threat.
Dominating.
Oh, whoa, that was awkward. I just couldn't stay, because Shaco, like, if he opens up on me, I'm dead. Dude, if he randomly checks his bush, I'm gonna be real sad.
Gracefully.
Your turret has been
It's, yeah, it is an early game meta. The thing is, junglers are much weaker in the early game now. So, like, strong laners like Misfortune, Jhin, Soraka matter a lot more. Singe really needs to go up there. Or we're gonna, okay, Kiana's got it. We got a soul, nice. Hiding in the alcove is really useful for that. Yeah, I guess I could have done that. That's a good point.
destroyed an inhibitor.
Or can we... I don't want to risk like a Baron Steel throw in the game though. Really don't want to give him Baron here. I don't think they're doing it. I'm gaining like 6 health a second. I don't feel bad for Easy. He's 2 and 10. If you go 2 and 10, like, you know, you kind of deserve to lose. Not to be mean, but that's how I see it.
This is my path.
I feel bad for people that go like 15 and 2 and play a really tight game and lose because their team's just goofing. Like, those are the people I feel bad for. Oh god. That guy's got a lot of trust in me. What if it was a Season 8 ADC going 2 and 10? I can't remember what. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it wouldn't really matter. I think season 8 ADCs were split. I think season 8, the first half they were pretty good. The second half they were terrible. And then in season 9 they're like okay. Oh, the assassin meta. Yeah, I mean it really doesn't like matter too much. New ADC Aphelios? It's hard for me to say. I don't know his exact numbers yet. What are his numbers? Are they up yet? Looks like he probably has potential. His guns do come in a certain order, so it's not random. I thought it was random when I first saw him, but they always come in the same order, so that does allow a bit more planning and predictability. So it'll take some RNG out of his out of his kit. Is there no Aphelios? Hold on. Okay, so we see some of it here. I'd have to study it. I mean, it's like reading a novel, trying to figure out all of his abilities and the percentages on him. I mean, he's going to be one of the most difficult champions to, like, try to analyze. I don't know. I mean, no, there's no way they canceled him after already hyping him up so much. I feel like there will be situations where he will be very strong. Oh, he heals for a lot based on health. I don't know, man. Like... I feel like early on when he gets released, people that are like lower than Diamond, he probably won't be that great. The one thing that he definitely that stands out is that he doesn't have an escape, I don't believe, and he doesn't have much CC. He doesn't have like a speed up. It seems like he can be strong. Like, I think that if someone's good on him, he can be strong. But a lot of it is going to come down to numbers. But it looks like he could be strong. Okay, so we know his bonuses now. So every time he levels up, he gets one of these bonuses. Why are there 6 different ranks? Oh, based on Moonlight Vigil? That's his, that's his Q, right? So every rank of Q gives him one of these. So I know he doesn't level up most things. But I thought he could get a Q every single level. Are there 6 it's like every 3rd level or something? Or is it just like every 6? Oh, Moonlight Vigil is his R? I'm not sure. Oh, it's percentage pen. Yeah, that's not gonna... It's probably just gonna be the flat attack damage. Let's see, 35. So that's 150 value and attack speed, and 35 times 4 is also 150, I think. Might be 140. I think it's 140. Then 3% armor pen is not that great. Now that's total armor though, not bonus armor. I will play something other than Soraka, like,
Let me
eventually.
guide.
But these are all pretty good matchups for her, and I'm just winning a ton with her compared to other things. Ooh. Kog'Maw's kind of spooky. Later on. Jax can probably get to him. I'm actually go magic damage. Kog'Maw does a decent amount of magic in lane. So I think he's... I think you just go flat AD. I mean, flat AD is the best stat on most AD carries in the laning phase. Oh, it's Morgana middle, Xerath bottom. Okay. Well, he has to choose whether to level up. I believe he doesn't get all of them. You have to choose which one you're leveling up. This attack will consume all marks, dealing this much. The sniper. Enemies damaged by this are marked, revealing them for a duration. Will consume all marks per mark on the target. So wait, you can stack this? You can hit him multiple times and then pull it like a Callista's spear thing? He'll probably be strong on release, I think, if you get used to it. Senna was way stronger than I thought. It is a little weird that they're releasing like 2 ADCs in a row, but to be honest, ADCs have been dumpstered all season, so that's a way to like lure some ADCs back to the game that may have quit. So can't really fault them for that. No, they have a pretty good invade with Xerath and
Where am I needed?
Morg. Yeah, what would you build on him? I mean, his first gun's the sniper gun, and I think the next one is the lifesteal gun. You get both of those to start, and then I think it's the gravity gun next. Yeah, but she performs better as ADC. I think she's meant to be both, and I think she's better as ADC than she is as support right now. Yuumi and Senna. Yeah, I don't remember all of the champions that have been released this year. They did do a support with Yuumi.
The whole world in battle.
Oh, we forced that flash. I thought they were going to throw the stun. I wouldn't count Nico as a support. She can be played support, but I think she's top laner. Primarily is what I would consider her as far as like release. Who are the other champs that were released this year? Yeah, Nico's been nerfed quite a bit, and like the on-hit top build was pretty good, but they nerfed Klepto. Pyke, yeah, Pyke's another support. Okay, Sylas is kind of an all-arounder. Sylas was just OP. Was Pyke this year? I thought Pyke was last year. I don't know, but yeah, Pyke is fairly recent. They have released a lot of supports. I hate it. I mean, they need to try to make support cool again because, well, it never has been, like, that popular. That lowers queue times if people want to play it. It diminishes frustration a little bit if people get auto-filled on it.
First blood.
Never waste a
Let's say Cog's got to be out of mana, right? He's just throwing his spells so much.
I hear.
This comes only in a moment.
Sarah does have Ignite.
Compels
Unanswered.
Oh my god, what the fuck? The Zerath W plus the Cog Ooze just burst me out more than I was expecting off my barrier.
An ally has been
That's
slain.
unfortunate. And there's a lead. This one's gonna be a little tough. The Zerath, like, early on in the laning phase is very difficult to deal with without a gank, but obviously Jax isn't, like, great at ganking early. Although we did get the flash, so it'd been nice if he would have pathed back down here, but I could have also just, you know, buried and not died.
The whole world in balance.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting it. They hit me at the exact same time with both of those spells. I didn't even see the particle. I didn't even see him charging up. I think he was like out of vision or something, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Off of the empowered Q.
Has been slain. An ally
what?
has been slain.
One got soloed? Oh, he must have activated. He had like virtually no mana. God, having a farm off with Cog is bad, but we just can't do anything until Jax comes down here. They just have too much pressure, too much poke. With the Zerath range and the Cog Maw.
I heed their call.
No, Nico on hit's bad. I forgot, they nerfed something about her W. I don't remember exactly what it was they nerfed, but you need to be going AP Nico if you play Nico. Pretty sure. She lived? Hey, what's up, Scott?
I lend my aid.
Wow, I cannot believe she lived. God, Orange 0-3.
Where am I needed?
We're kind of losing everywhere. Malzahar's doing alright middle, but he's not really up in ECS. I think, like, Zerat's the most tilting, one of the most tilting supports to go against. Early on, because, like, you just can't really ever beat him in lane unless you get a gank. Like, he's very weak to ganks, but if your ADC or if your jungler is just AFK, because he just, like, almost never runs out of mana because of his passive. It's kind of like a Zyra on steroids.
Shut down.
Zyra's better against ganks and, like, team fights, but...
Double kill.
Okay, there we go. Good. Well, they're making some good stuff happen elsewhere on the map.
They will go no further.
I'm about to get ulted again, though. We're not that far behind on CS, though, which is nice.
Gracefully.
I don't know. Maybe.
Has destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, you me, because you can do the homing missile if your ADC gets close enough for you to poke him.
Every step. Another time.
Can work. Cog hits like one. He might try to ult him to death here.
Shut down.
Never waits.
Have anything?
An ally has been slain.
Peace of
An ally has been slain.
I mean, I didn't have any wards, so we couldn't get vision.
An ally has been
And we had a good couple of minutes there, but it's getting rough again out there.
This is my path.
Hey, what's up, Avery? I think they're saving that for Total War Warhammer 3. That's just pure speculation. I really wish they had Thankwall, but I think if they were gonna do him, it would have been this patch instead of Clan Eshin. Obviously, he's like one of the most popular missing legendary lords.
Where am I? The whole world in balance.
We don't know where Lee is. This could be bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
An enemy has been
We should
slain.
not have tried to do that. I don't know. I think it's late. Like, I feel like Warhammer 2 was so successful. I don't know. I don't care what they're working on. It's not going to sell better than Warhammer 3 would. That's what you know. So I think whoever is running the show on that, I mean, Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 were both, like, their two best sellers, like, Total Wars ever. By, like, a pretty large margin, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, probably, I would say next year. I can't imagine it would be after next year. It might be, like, maybe next fall. You would think if it was going to be summer, they would have already previewed it. But at the same time, like, they aren't giving a lot of visibility on these DLCs either. They're, like, announcing these DLCs, like, this most recent one was, like, 2 weeks before it's going to release. Now, that's obviously a DLC instead of a full-fledged expansion, but still, like, my guess would be summer or fall of next year. But I don't know.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I heed their call.
An enemy
It might
has
be
been
kind of
slain.
tricky creatively. Maybe they're trying to do something, like, really bold and, like, add in some new systems that are unique, like the Vortex system. I wish they would have that, like, different kinds of win conditions. They've done that with a lot of the new factions where they have like their own win cons other than just kill everything on the map. Or just like have better pacing. That's why I like the Vortex campaign's pacing, because there are these certain checkpoints you run into where you know there's going to be like some pretty big fights. And it's a race. I really like the aspect of a race, and that you could actually lose based on macro on the map. Like, you could just, you know, they could just go faster than you. As it stands, like, you know, if you get past the first 20 turns or so, most of the time there's almost no way you can actually lose a campaign. It can happen, especially on SFO. Like, I've lost campaigns before, but it's very, very rare.
An enemy has been slain.
So I wish it was possible to lose off of you're just not going fast enough, like Vortex. I really like that idea. I might get jumped by Lee here. Yeah. He's just guessing. Yeah, Thankwall is probably one of my favorite ones. Oh yeah, SFO is awesome. Like, Venrus and his team do an amazing job. Even if you don't play it on like the highest difficulty, it adds so many extra layers of just fun and complexity. Like, there's just like more units, more unique buildings, like better balancing, and a lot of it's pretty customizable. So I think it's awesome. Yeah, it's free. You know, if you want to donate and sling them some money, that helps. But yeah, it's a very, very well-balanced, well-thought-out mod. I mean, the base game is good, but, like, SFO is even better in almost every conceivable way. Like, there's very few times where it's ever, like, you know, I wish I was playing the normal campaign instead of SFO. Osmond's getting pressure on mid lane here. They just have such a good siege. Yeah, let's go down there and get that. Yeah, SFO's great. I can't say enough great things about it.
For peace of mind.
That's one thing that, like, about new releases is, like, I can't play it with SFO because he doesn't get early access. And he does take a while, especially with some of his recent stuff, to get the releases done. But he's been doing a lot of, like, really substantial stuff. And I think he's kind of down-staffed from where he used to be in the past, so it just takes him longer to get stuff out. But that would be my only complaint, is that sometimes it just takes him too long to do stuff, but, you know, quality does take time. Oh, he has QSS, huh? Get it? I mean, Ornn's good at team fighting. This Ornn got spanked in the laning phase, but tanks are just way better than they have been in the past. Every level that he gives an extra, like, 1,000 gold to his allies effectively.
Where am I needed?
Your turret has been destroyed.
Damn, I thought we were about to start coming back into this, but it's getting tough out there.
Gracefully.
How is Victor? I think Victor's pretty good. I've got barrier back, so we can be a little more aggressive with our positioning. Now, Jin's not here. They see it, too. And we don't have Ornal. I think we just need to wait. Now, Cog did slow down his damage quite a lot by going the Quicksilver Sash. But that is going to make it a bit harder to kill him. So, like, the big threat right now is Nasus. I mean, fortunately, most of their gold is on that Lee, and Lee really doesn't do a lot right now. I can heal through most of his stuff. Especially if he's going after Ornn. But Ornn's items just give multiple thousands of gold worth of extra power once he starts getting his items. Oh my lord, what the... What was that range? Did you see the Nasus? He auto-attacked me from like here to here. Oh my god. Damn, I should have ulted faster. I did not... Nasus basically one-shot the Jax. Like, seriously, like, a Q did, like, over half of his HP. So I could have ulted and saved the Jax.
This is my
Shut down.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, just need to make sure that Xerath doesn't, like, ult and kill him. How did Lee survive all that? That's a great question, too. I mean, he does have Cleaver. But yeah, I feel like Lee should have died. I assume Kog'Maw, like, pressed heal, and... I don't know. I don't have a good explanation. He has Hex Drinker, so, like, a pretty defensive build for Lee. and I assume Cog... Well, Cog doesn't even have heal. I don't know. I'm grabbing at straws here. But yeah, he was a lot more durable than I thought he would be. Damn, I could have cleansed him out of the Morgue Bind. I just lost sight of it.
Gracefully.
Damn. Yeah, that was my bad.
Every step. A new journey.
Come on. Come on. Damn it. Like a tenth of a second too slow. Well, you have to have a lot of burst usually. Kog'Maw, I mean, when Kog'Maw gets to like 4 or 5 items, he might be able to, but yeah, you pretty much have to have Grievous, or it's not happening most of the time. Or kill her. I've actually died a lot this game. It's not good. I have done an Etiquette Claw. I think I've done 2 Etiquette Claws. Wait on Gnosis to... Yeah, I've done Etiquette Claw, and yes, I am. I'm gonna start off with the Eshin Lord, and then I'll do both of them. I have a Dark Elf campaign going right now, but I think I'm just gonna just start over with the new guy. Lee did kind of camp my lane, but I should have just not died. It was kind of a tough lane, but still, like, there were ways I could have avoided dying. He should get a second item that's gonna give him the upgrade. He's got the Infinity Edge upgrade on Jin though, which is good. I don't remember what he had. Like Sunfire works. I think he should have done the mask. We don't have that much AP damage, but I think like there's really no point in. Well, actually, no, there is a point. The Spirit Visage is actually pretty smart because it improves my healing on him by 30%. I was gonna say he doesn't have a heal, so Spirit Visage doesn't make a lot of sense. Wait, when the hell did they get Baron? What the? What? I thought we just had position on him. I like turn around and they have Baron. Like, what? What just happened? God, they must have done it just like instant. I'm pretty sure we win team fights at this point. Probably. Like, I literally just turned around and they did Baron, like, instantly. I mean, I guess Kog'Maw does it super fast. I was just, like, backed and was talking about stuff. And then they did Baron. I thought, didn't we kill a bunch of them here? I guess maybe they were just, like, hiding around here, just waiting on us to back. And then they backed and did it really. Or, like, and they didn't back, and then they did it. I'll have to go back and see what's up with that. Maybe we didn't kill as many of them as I thought we did. I think they're just gonna win off of this, probably. Gnosis takes it so quickly. Yeah, we're just gonna... We almost came back, but we just weren't quite there. That last fight, I'm not sure what happened. Lee got behind on the Jhin somehow. They had several, like, crazy flanks on us. I kind of want to see that last, like, what happened there. Sadie, chill. Yeah, when did they get this Baron? Okay, so we're fighting here. Okay, one of them's dead. Like, they're also low. If Jhin would have committed more, I could have warded that, but if I had that bush warded, I think we would have been able to turn and kill him also. Hey, chill. Yeah, they were all, like, super low. Wait, when did they actually get it? I'm, like, sitting there watching. I still don't see him. Did they already have it? Oh, they already had it before we started fighting him? Oh, okay. Jax. Okay. They already had it when we were fighting him. Jax entered to try to, like, YOLO steal it. Okay, I just didn't even notice they had Baron, I guess, because they didn't get near minions. I don't know. I was too busy probably talking about random stuff. And then how did Lee get behind us at the end there? So I feel like we were potentially winning this. Because I thought... I don't know. Let me see. The Morg, there was a fight where Morg got on the Jhin and I didn't cleanse him with Mikhail's too because I was looking at something else. So that was really bad also. Okay. So there's Zerath. Okay, Ornn had... Oh, okay. I see him on a ward now. Alright. Yeah, we just had really disjointed fights where they were able to get flanks on us. And it was just really, like, a lot to keep up with. I should have thrown the redemption down faster, too. So, the Gnosis basically just got, like, really far ahead early on, and they were able to snowball off of that. Sadie, stop. Where are we at? We're at about 2 a.m. That might be good for the night. I think that's probably good. We did end up winning, I think, quite a bit. We went like 5-1, 5-2, something like that. 5-1, 5-2. Anyways, we'll get back in there tomorrow. So thank y'all very much for tuning in. I will try to get some non-Soraka games in here soon. I'm just winning a lot. And, you know, I would like to go back to Diamond pretty soon. That'd be nice. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank y'all very much. We'll be back tomorrow around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got a lot of papers to grade tomorrow, but Tuesday is my last set of classes, so after that I'll start putting out some more guides, cranking it out for you. Some more new content. And then over winter break, I might try to do just some more stuff on the channel too. Maybe get some merch people have been asking for a long time. Try to think about some more cool things I could do for members. But anyways, that's going to be it. Have a good day, and we'll see everybody next time.